Bacon wrapped chicken poppers should be on your menu this week. We're going to be using 1/4 cup of our double apple glaze. And if you don't have this, that's completely fine. Any other barbecue glaze or flavoring that you like will be perfect. I say if you don't have it, like you really kind of have an option. Unfortunately, at this moment you don't. You won't have that glaze. It's not on the market yet. We're going to put some Southern Hospitality. This is our hot barbecue rub. And then we're just going to mix everything together. Now to season up our chicken thighs today, I'm choosing to go with a more savory rub. For that, I'm going to use my beef rub Southern Belle. You guys can use anything that has more salt and pepper in it. I want some contrast. We have a little kick of spice and sweetness in the cream cheese, a lot of savoriness. So of course, I'm gonna want a little bit of that salt and pepper. So we're gonna go all over top with our Southern Belle. And that's gonna be on the inside of our chicken thighs. So for the jalapeno that's gonna go inside of this chicken thigh, I'm gonna start with one whole jalapeno. I'm just gonna cut the top. And then from here, I'm gonna cut the jalapeno right in half. Now the tip right here, I'm not gonna use. I'm gonna use the middle part. Let's call it the core, I guess. And I'm now gonna slice this in half. Now for the inside of the jalapeno, you're gonna see all the seeds in the membrane. So I'm gonna get a knife and I'm gonna carefully cut this out. I like to get as much of it out as I can because that's where all the heat's gonna be. I definitely don't mind jalapeno poppers with a little bit of heat, but for this, I do like it a little bit more sweet and spicy and not just so spicy. Now I've got the jalapeno that we just cut the membrane out. I'm gonna put some of my cream cheese right in the middle. Make a mess, it's all good. And we're gonna go ahead and put this right in the middle of our chicken thighs. So you'll see I have the openings here to the sides because we're gonna wrap this up here in just a second. I'm trying to keep as much of the cream cheese as I can in. It's pretty natural, some of it's gonna come out, but if we can, we'd like to keep as much of that cream cheese inside as possible. Now from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get both sides of this chicken thigh. We're just gonna wrap it over and then we're gonna roll this over. You can see it pretty much looks like a standard chicken thigh there. You may not even be able to tell that there's a jalapeno under there with that cream cheese, but that's exactly what we want. Now that we have all the jalapenos and the cream cheese inside of the chicken thighs and we turn them over, we want to wrap these with bacon. So we found that this is the easiest way to do it. You're going to want to get one piece of bacon. You're going to wrap it around the thigh. We're trying to create seals on both sides of this chicken thigh. And then from there, we're going to go right over top with another piece of bacon. And we're going to wrap this around as well. Makes it pretty simple. You can kind of squish everything together. Again, there is going to be some natural leakage. That's completely okay, but we are trying to minimize it if possible. Now that we've got everything wrapped in bacon, we want to go back over top with just a little bit more of our hot rub. We want to keep this pretty light. We've already got lots of flavor everywhere. And just to make this easier to transfer on and off the grill, we're going to put it on one of our racks here. Just leave a little bit of space. And now we're going to go onto a 375-degree pellet grill onto the top rack if you have it. And we'll be using Royal Oak hickory pellets. Really cool thing about these pellets is you can see there's some charcoal pellets and some hickory pellets, so you get a variety of flavor. And these are really, really good. Like, I feel like I can actually tell the difference with these. It's been right at 45 minutes on our bacon wrapped chicken poppers, and now we want to start temping to see where they're at. So we want these thighs to be above 180. Yes, chicken is technically cooked at 165, but dark meat, especially the thighs, the legs, even the wings, they're going to taste a lot better and they're going to have a much better texture if you take it to 185 and even closer to 200. So I'm going to grab my Thermopin, just going to poke right in the middle, and you can see I'm right at 184 degrees, which is perfect. Now this one's a little bit fatter than the rest of them, so I know if this one's at 185, the rest of them are going to be pretty much in the exact same area. For the sauce on top, I'm just going to put the barbecue sauce, Killer Hogs. You guys can use whatever sauce you'd like. This is one of my favorites. I'm just going to get a basting brush and put it all over top. Now once we get our sauce on, all we want to do is see it set. This is going to take around 3 minutes, but when everything is done, this is exactly what your chicken should be looking like. We've got our bacon wrapped chicken completely done here. I'm going to take one of them right out of the middle and we're going to cut this in half. We're going to show you guys exactly what we're working with. You can see that chicken thigh is nice and juicy. You can see that jalapeno, that cream cheese, of course this bacon. That glaze on the outside looks absolutely outrageous. Let's take another quick little slice so I can take a bite. We got us a slice, now we're going in for a bite. The chicken is cooked to perfection. The bacon is nice and bite through. The cream cheese with that double apple glaze, I promise you guys, I have never tasted a glaze like this in my life. It's out of this world. Sabrina actually came up with the idea to make that glaze, and it just really complements that cream cheese so well. I get a little bit of spice from the Southern hospitality. Don't forget, you guys don't need to use these exact rubs. Use something that has a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick to it, a little bit of depth of flavor. The Southern Belle just brings so much savoriness. I'm not exaggerating when I say we have to wrap this video up because this is dinner. Sabrina's excited to eat, and I'm at least gonna eat 4 of these. As always, we really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. I mean, look at this. Tell me you don't want to eat 4 of these. That's what I'm gonna do. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.